Didn't have told me yesterday whether there sound problem was there. So, I am just repeating the lecture of yesterday. Is that clear? And in that, how can we understand the concept of the digestive system, nutrition in amoeba? And we have studied yesterday nutrition amoeba. Amoeba is unicellular organisms, and this was successfully I have taught you yesterday. And amoeba, the certain things to be remember while we are studying in nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is unicellular organisms, and amoeba engulfs the food into in his body, and under the 5 steps process it digests the food and assimilate it, and the undigested part of the food is to be removed from the body of amoeba by the phagocytosis process. Okay, the phagous body it has right now. And how does an amoeba takes the food in? So, this is by with the help of the finger like projection we have seen. These finger like projections are said to be pseudopodia. You may just see here the pseudopodias are here, and the red in color the food is inside and there is black linings developing there. This is called the vacuole, food vacuole. We can speak this is a temporary stomach of amoeba. Is that clear? So, we have discussed this yesterday, and we also have started yesterday in nutrition in human beings. Okay, before studying nutrition in human being, we just need to study the physiology, because multicellular organisms have the different organizations of the tissue and the cells. Okay, as the human is multicellular organisms, and the big size body here, this you may see it requires much energy, okay, to functionalize, to grow and develop. So, obviously, more food is to be metabolized, more food is to be used to generate the energy for the body. So, for these purposes, human have well organized digestive system. This digestive system in human is said to be simply alimentary canal. This happens with the alimentary canal. So, I have just taken here the alimentary canal. You may see this is the alimentary canal is before you. Okay, it begins from the mouth. This is, you may see its mouth is there, and this is the esophagus. This portion is said to be esophagus. This is sac like projection. Stomach is there. Okay, and the very fine structure I yesterday told you how to draw here in examination in the answer sheet yours. Simply don't to draw here very special it is. Okay, right guys. So, simply you will draw here, this is a esophagus, food pipe is there, and this deliver into a stomach. Okay, and stomach is to be drawn in this manner, and further this stomach, and further this will come from back right now. Back of that, I mean to say back means this is, yeah, look, it is this. Okay, and this is alimentary canal. You just can understand here alimentary canal is there what. Okay, and it is highly coiled, small intestine is there. Okay, yeah, this is that. This is alimentary canal, and further this connected with the this is connected with the large colons is called the what is called this is called large intestine, and the large intestine is actually in this, you will see this is the large intestine. Okay, the large intestine is this here coming, and like this is, okay, this is large intestine. An average student how to draw here the small how to draw the we can say digestive tract or alimentary canal. I am telling you, I am just raising your confidence. Whatever you are just drawing, it's a very rough diagram I am just making here, but it will just raise your confidence. You can draw the diagram, you can give the diagrammatical view also. Right now this is your liver. Okay, and here in that the liver secretion will come into the gallbladder you will give, and here between them you will get just this is a pancreas. It's a pancreas. Now, give the name every two pancreas. This is pancreas. This is what stomach. It's a stomach, and this is what, it's a liver. Okay, and this is large intestine, and this is a small intestine. Okay, so this is esophagus, esophagus, and this it begins from the mouth. It is okay. This is buccal cavity. So, these part of the alimentary canals, when you are just going to draw the digestive alimentary canal, then this is to be simply drawn here, and gallbladder is also there. Is that clear? So, I just have raised your confidence. A rough sketches you just can draw here. However, you can draw more clearly, more beautiful diagram than me. Is that clear? So, the alimentary canal is before you. I have just taken this portion you may see it is how it is, this just you can see here this telling this again. Okay, a digestive tract is there. What is called alimentary canal? And just can bring the alimentary canal here again, and the alimentary canal is there. Okay, there is the diagrammatical view of that. This is the alimentary canal. So your alimentary canal will begin from where from? I am telling this. Look, this is the alimentary canal is coming from. You will start from here. Okay, you will start the alimentary canal from here. This is your alimentary canal. This portion is said to be alimentary canal. Liver should not come here. This, yeah, this is, yeah, this is your alimentary canal. So we just have drawn here the alimentary canal. You may see. Sorry, you just need to draw here alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? The alimentary canal is there. Yeah, alimentary canal. Yes, this is alimentary canal. Okay, guys, you simply can understand the alimentary canal is what. This is your alimentary canal. So in alimentary canal, this is buccal cavity portion, and this is esophagus, and this is stomach. Okay, and after stomach, it is a small intestine. This is small intestine. This is called large intestine, and this is liver, and the front panel you see, this is gallbladder, and this portion. So we can just divide the small intestine. There is small intestine, you can see. The small intestine is divided into the three. This is highly coiled structure inside the body. The digestion is there. Okay, so they can be divided into the three portions. The first portion is called the duodenum, and the second portion is called the jejunum, and the third is called the ileum. Jejunum, ileum means it's a duodenum, duodenum, and jejunum. Okay, and the third is ileum. The three portions are there. The small intestine is, and the functionality of the small intestine is different according to different, right now. So how this happens? This all organs together perform, these all tissues together perform the process of digestion in human, right. So first need to explain here what you will write, but when you are explaining the human digestive system, you will just write simple. It is human digestive system. Your title is human digestive system, nutrition in human. Okay, so nutrition in human. What type of nutrition in human is found here? So it's a heterotropic, holozoic. As human engulfs solid, holozoic. Okay, so you will start writing here. Since human is a multicellular organism, require much energy to perform its life processes. Okay, so how does human have well organized digestive system? Well organized system of tissue called the human alimentary canals, which contains of, you go on writing answers also, which contains of large esophagus and stomach, the sac like structure, highly coiled structure called small intestine, and large colons is there, this is called large intestine, and secretory glands called liver and pancreas are the two secretory glands are here. The temporary storage is called gallbladder. These are the components of the human digestive system, and the functioning of each is to be written here separately. What is the working of esophagus? The working of esophagus, simply it is, working of esophagus is to deliver the food from the mouth to stomach, and later from the stomach the food is to be delivered into the small intestine, further into the large intestine, and the undigested part is to be stored here in large intestine. Okay, so one by one, first we will see the human physiology, how actually this happens in that. Okay, so this will help you to understand it. I am just telling this again. Okay guys, and this you will understand how exactly happens in human. Right now please see this.
Get Digestion begins in the oral cavity, where the salivary glands, teeth, and the tongue work to break food down into small masses that can be swallowed. The movement of the jaw enables the teeth to grind food. Saliva secreted by salivary glands aids the mechanical and chemical process of digestion. The tongue manipulates the chewed food into a small mass, then moves it into the oropharynx. The next steps are involuntary. The bolus passes through the pharynx, the epiglottis closes off the trachea, and peristaltic waves move the bolus into the stomach.
You have seen here this, how the process is going on here. Is that clear? Means how the food is chewed in the mouth, and later the food is turns into the bolus. The fluid is just get mixed into the fluid, and just it deliver from the it's just deliver from the where it's delivered from this. This is esophagus. What the movement here comes here? This is called peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement is there, okay? Peristaltic movement. So this also need to be explained here, the peristaltic movement. So when you are explaining the human digestive system, certain things always you have to remember. The peristaltic movements are there. How can we explain the peristaltic movement? The simple way peristaltic movement can be explained. The rhythmic contractions, the rhythmic contraction and expansion of the alimentary canal. This, and the food is at here, suppose the food is at here, okay, this is the food is at here. So this portion actually contract, this portion opens here, right now. So the food reaches at here. Similarly, this portion contract, and this expand here. This is called a peristaltic movement. Rhythmic contraction and expansions of the alimentary canals is called the peristaltic movement. This happens in all organisms of this type, anatomy and physiology of the digestive system. Clear? Now the second gland, the second sac-like structure is called stomach. So I need to give the stomach. What is the stomach? Okay, so stomach is the sac-like structure. On the wall of the stomach, secretory glands are found here. Its main working is the gastric gland. They are called. Their main working is to secrete the gastric juice. The juice contain HCl. Is that clear? And what is the working of HCl? HCl is to be used to disinfect the food, because the food we are taking from the surrounding, this might have the infected and some bacteria and other organisms could be there. However, we eat the food after wash, but there could be some always 100% surety could not be there. So the what is working of HCl? There are certain working of HCl, certain functioning of HCl. First is to make the food unaffected, okay. And second, the food medium is to made acidic, because certain enzymes which will be released by the pancreas and the liver and pancreas, this and a stomach will also release the certain enzymes, pepsin, renin. These work in the acidic medium. So acidic medium is to be first made available, okay, and so that the enzymes can easily work. And what is the working of enzyme? In the next chapter or the further classes we will study in the detail. However, I am telling enzymes are the catalyzers, means they actually helps in the process, biochemical process, and synthesizing the new molecules right now. And there what pancreas, you may see the pancreas is there. What is the working? This is called the bile duct. So before explaining the text here, I just want to make you view of the all digestive system, what exactly happens one by one. You just have to see here. Is that right now? So simply
inhaled air and ingested nutrients both pass through the oropharynx behind the oral cavity. A cartilaginous structure called the epiglottis directs food and fluid away from the trachea and into the esophagus, preventing inhalation of this material. The stem of the epiglottis attaches to the hyoid bone and the anterior rim of the thyroid cartilage. The superior portion of the epiglottis moves freely and can swing up or down like a trap door. With each swallow, the larynx rises and the epiglottis folds down over the laryngeal opening, closing off the airway. If particles make their way into the trachea, the cough reflex pushes air forcefully up through the larynx, forcing the particles back up and out.
Is that clear? So we have seen the working of glottis and epiglottis. What is the working of glottis and epiglottis? Sometime accidentally when food goes into the air and windpipe, then it just caps come here right now, and the food particles come from the mouth. Is that clear? And you have seen here what happens in. So before that we just have to see the alimentary canal working completely from one to another part. So nutrition absorbed
Mechanical
in
and
that.
chemical digestion in the stomach results in chyme. Peristaltic waves propel chyme through the pyloric sphincter into the duodenum of the small intestine. Finger-like projections called villi line the interior wall of the small intestine. Most absorption of nutrients from ingested food occurs through these. In the small intestine, nutrients in the chyme are further broken down by secretions from organs. Inside each villus are lacteals of the lymphatic system that fatty acids pass into, and capillary beds of the circulatory system into which other nutrients pass. Water and other substances from chyme that are not absorbed move into the large intestine for further absorption, digestion, or elimination.
We had seen here this how the undigested food is thrown from the large intestine, but each organelle have each organs of digestive system have its special functionality right now. And at the last means first
The autonomic nervous system controls contractions of the alimentary canal that move swallowed food down the esophagus.
So it is this alimentary canals. How does work here the alimentary canals? Okay, so the process in chewing, process of chewing in the mouth, and the delivery of the food from the windpipe to food pipe to the stomach, and their stomach after that here the large intestine, small intestine, the large intestine right now. So it's very simple here. So if you want to control the digestions, that you just say your body to stop the process of digestion, is it possible here? No, you cannot control the digestion. Eat, just it will be by your digestive system right now. Such type of system biological in your body is said to be involuntary or voluntary? Involuntary action. So your brain actually control this. You cannot control the digestion. Is that clear? This type of system, involuntary action. Have a look this.
The autonomic nervous system controls contractions of the alimentary canal that move swallowed food down the esophagus, churn the stomach, and move chyme through the small intestine and large intestine. The alimentary canal is a single continuous tube that includes the oral cavity, esophagus, stomach, and intestines. The tissue layers that form the walls of the tube include two layers of smooth muscle. The contraction and relaxation of these muscles is called peristalsis. One peristaltic wave can be enough to move a bolus down the esophagus and into the stomach. In the intestines, the waves are smaller and more regular. As one section of the intestine contracts, the section in front relaxes. This occurs in the rhythmic, wave-like patterns that create the peristalsis that propels substances forward.
So seen here the digestion how takes place and how the food move from the one place to another. Is that clear? So pathologically, if we'll see here, so this is not in our course concern what the problem, and this what type of situations actually happens here. So you just may see the some pathological and physiological could be seen here also, but if I would say you to check what I am talking to. Sorry. Yeah. So pathological, if we'll see here, so what type of problems are there this in digestion? Just like you may see in the stomach.
Gastroesophageal reflux disease,
also called GERD, is a chronic disease of the digestive system. GERD usually occurs when the lower esophageal sphincter, a muscle at the end of the esophagus, does not close properly. This allows stomach acid to leak back or reflux into the esophagus and irritate it. Symptoms include heartburn, regurgitation, and the ability to taste stomach fluid in the back of the mouth. Your gallbladder stores bile, a fluid made by your liver that aids in digestion. Gallstones are pieces of solid material that form in the gallbladder when substances in the bile harden. They range in size from a tiny speck to the size of a golf ball. Gallstones can block the flow of the fluid through the bile ducts. Signs of a gallstone attack may include nausea, vomiting, or pain in the abdomen, back, or just under the right arm.
The large intestine, or colon, forms feces, and as people age, certain conditions may develop. Diverticulosis occurs when small pouches form in the wall of the large intestine. Most people with diverticulosis don't have symptoms. It is often found through tests ordered for something else. When feces get trapped in the pouches and bacteria grow, inflammation and infection result. This is called diverticulitis. The large intestine, or colon, is where your body forms feces. In some cases, healthy tissue can become diseased. Ulcerative colitis is a disease that causes inflammation and sores, or ulcers, in the innermost lining of the colon and rectum. Ulcerative colitis is one of a group of diseases called inflammatory bowel disease. It is a chronic condition and is characterized by alternating periods of flare-ups and remission when the symptoms of the disease disappear.
Okay, guys. Seen here the different types of diseases and pathological diagnosis also with the digestive system. Okay, so the digestive system is not a simpler system. However, this is not any course study, but I am telling you this. You just have to know the functioning and the malfunctionings of the digestive tract here. Okay, so for what is the digestive working of each gland, you just have to know. So while you are writing the explanations of the digestive, what exactly happens here, so you would just see in your study manual if you are having this. Our study manual is before you. You may see at the last of the study manual, the functioning of each is before you, right, guys? See that there is. So what is the working of the mouth? So mouth is there before you. This is mouth, and in the mouth you may see. Look here. Yes, in the mouth. In the mouth, no mouth organ. Here glands. Here secretions, enzymes, and the functions. Okay. So you will see this. Mouth, you will see this, the mouth have salivary glands, and what is that, saliva they secreted, and salivary amylase is there, and what is the working of that is written here. So thoroughly you have to just remember them. Esophagus, there is no glands is there, and no secretion is there, and contains no enzyme is there, and the main working is passage of food by the peristaltic movement. Okay. What is the peristaltic movement? The peristaltic movement is the rhythmic contraction and expansions of alimentary canal. The next gland organ is stomach. It has found gastric glands. Gastric juice is their main secretions, and in that it's contain HCl, pepsin, and mucus. Is that clear? And its working, HCl working is to make medium acidic. Why? Because activates enzyme that pepsin and kills the germ. And pepsin, what is the working of pepsin? Digest protein to peptide and peptones. Mucus, what is that here? Protect stomach lining from the stomach action. Sometime in examination the question comes that the HCl can kill the bacteria. Is that clear? HCl can kill the bacteria. However, it's made up of the muscles and the organs is there, and your HCls why cannot damage your stomach walls? So the answer is the mucus which is being released simultaneously is the layer of the mucus actually set on the upper layer, means the top layer of the stomach. This is called the upper surface on that. Okay, the sticky shiny and watery material is the fluid is there. Okay, which helps the upper lining of the stomach or lining of the stomach from the action of the HCl. Okay, now next is you may see the next is small intestine. Connected with the liver, pancreas, and liver, and their bile juice secreted here by the liver, and pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. Bile salt is there, no enzymes, make medium alkaline and activates pancreatic enzymes and break down large fat molecules into smaller large fat molecules. So obviously everybody know here this, if your pancreas is working properly, it means your fat molecules will be consumed or metabolized in your body, and you will not just get obesity. Okay. So pancreatic trypsin is their enzyme, protein to peptides and peptones, juices, lipase, fat and fatty acids, and glycerol. Is that clear, guys? So working of each gland, working of secretions of each glands have the specified functions. You just have to know. Now small intestine again, jejunum and ileum. What part of this? Intestinal glands they are. Their secretions is called intestinal juice. This is called succus and intricus. Maltase to peptidase and peptidase lipase also. Their working is maltase to maltose converts maltose to glucose, and peptide and peptones to amino acids. Okay, and the digestion completes in the small intestines. Okay, guys, and absorbs the digested food here. Okay, and what happens to undigested food? The undigested food transfer into the large intestine. There it is in the watery form. You just can understand here. Okay, in the small intestine, you just can see how it will be there. So simply we can understand here. In the small intestine, if you will see the what type of water is there here, we can say here right now. It's very simple. Yes, you may see. Suppose this is what we are drawing here. Okay, look this. Sorry, this is large intestine. Suppose, okay, it's large intestine. Coiled structure is to be drawn in this large intestine. Okay, and how the food is undigested food is there. Okay, the undigested food is there with suppose this color here. Okay, throughout this inside the, we can say here it's fluid in this type is there. The food is inside this. Okay, in this manner. Yeah, the food is filled continuously. The food is fluid inside the large intestine. Okay, and this is in the form of, this is mixture of water and food is here. Okay, okay guys, understood you? Greenish color. And this the organism which eats the grass. I am telling this. Okay, like this. And water from this is absorbed. Water from this is absorbed. Water portion. Okay, so water molecules move. Into that. Water molecules move into the blood streams again. Okay, they just move into the blood streams. And what happens here? We can say they are the main nutrition. So water and minerals are absorbed into blood stream. Okay, blood stream. Okay, so well understood you the process of that here. So everybody just have to know here the process of. So one important task here, everybody has to learn this table. This table has a lot of concept here, and you secretions by a specified gland, their functioning also be there. Okay, is that clear guys right now? So please learn this by heart, and I am just giving the home assignment of the day today. You just what I have to solve and take out their study material, and your assignment of the day is that you have to solve is home assignment. You may see the question is there, home assignment 3. You may see from which part of the body undigested food is exhausted? Amoeba. This question to be solved here means the home assignment 3 and home class assignment 4 you will do this. Okay, these two portion you will solve. Okay guys, please note this is your assignment. Thank you very much. Stay